Hello and welcome to Peak Flicks. My name is Mr. Lepore, and I'll be working alongside you all throughout the summer on a variety of math skills. Each day we'll be working on a small fluency component, and right after that, we'll take a look at a variety of different topics throughout the fourth grade math curriculum that we think will be beneficial to you to sharpen up on in order to prepare for everything that's to come. In addition, we're going to make sure to remind you that every day you need to make sure that your top right circle in our reflex math program is fully green inside and out. All right, guys, let's take a look at our 6 times table today. Like always, I'll give you guys a second or two to answer it. All right, and then I'll go ahead and give you guys the answers for our 6s. Make sure you're logging on to Reflex through Clever to continue this really important work each day. 6 times 5 is 30. 2 times 6 is 12. 8 times 6 is 48. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 4 is 24. And 6 times 9 is 54. All right, good job there with our 6s today. Let's get ready for our 7s tomorrow. And let's get ready to pay attention and learn a new objective and part of our math curriculum today. Looking forward to it. All right, guys, welcome to our 7th day here together. And let's take a look at what we're going to be learning today. We're going to be dealing with multiplication, so let's take a look at these objectives. Students will be able to multiply 3 and 4-digit numbers by 1-digit numbers by applying the standard algorithm. Students will be able to multiply 3 and 4-digit numbers by 1-digit numbers applying the standard algorithm and the area model. So we're going to be giving you 2 different strategies to be successful here at multiplication. Let's take a look at some review problems and go over exactly how we approach using the standard algorithm and the area model. So for the area model here, we're going to make a long rectangle, okay? And we're going to separate it into 1, 2, 3 boxes. That's because 135 has 3 numbers in it, and each of those numbers have their own value. So the 5 in the ones place has a value of 5. That goes outside the box here. 3 in the tens place has a value of 30. That goes outside the box here. And the 1 in the hundreds place has a value of 100, and it goes outside the box right here. Each of these values, 100, 30, and 5, will be multiplied all by the number 5. So if you know your 5's times tables here, right, this could be a really successful problem for you. So 5 times 5 is 25. 30 times 5 is 150. Little zeros trick there, right? 1 0, and 3 times 5 is 15, getting you 150. And in the hundreds place, 100 times 5, right? Anything times 5 is anything times 1 is the number itself. So 1 times 5 would get you 5. 2 zeros here, 500. If I add them all up together, 500 plus 150 plus 25, I get an answer of 675. So just like we used a place value chart, okay, or a vertical number line, or our cubes acronym, we're going to be using this area model to help simplify multiplication of multi-digit numbers for ourselves. Let's take a look at the standard algorithm, all right, the regular way, the old school way, how I learned how to multiply. All right, so it kind of involves some components of addition. So again, every number is being multiplied by the number 5. So 5 times 5, we're going to do first, right? 5 times the 5 in the ones place is 25. So I'm going to put down my 5, and I'm going to regroup my 2 from the 25. Now I'm going to do 5 times the 3 in the tens place. 5 times 3 is 15. And now I'm going to add 15 plus the 2 that I regrouped. So 15 plus 2 is 17. 7, regroup my 1. Now I'm going to do 5 times 1. That gets me 5. And 5 plus the 1 I regrouped gets me 6. So both ways I approach it, my answer should be the same. Okay, so I'm going to show you myself again, step by step, an example of 2 problems, and then we'll ask you guys to pause the independent work, try it on your own, and then unpause it to review it with me. Let's take a look at one together. All right. So, in this problem here, I have 3 times 42. So I know that the 4 in the tens place has a value of 40. And I know that the 2 in the ones place has a value of, boom, 2. All right. So 3 times 40. Well, I have 1 0, so I'm going to drop my 0 down here. And 3 times 4 is 12. So really, 40 times 3 is 120. 3 times 2 gets me 6, right? So now I got to add all the numbers inside my box. 120 plus 6 gets me 126. So when I'm taking a look at my area model, it's really helpful that I could use the zeros trick when I break down the values of all the numbers in the tens or the hundreds or even the thousands place, right? Once I have my numbers inside the box, I want to add them up. My total is 126. Now I've set up a problem for the standard algorithm. So again, I'm going to start in the ones place. 3 times 2 gets me 6. 3 times 4 gets me 12. So since this is the last multiplication fact that I have to deal with, 3 times 4, I just write out 12. There's no need to regroup. And just like in the area model or standard algorithm, my answer is 126. Let's move over to this one now, a 3 by 1 digit problem. So I'm going to put my 6 outside so I know I'm multiplying by that. I know my 4 in the hundreds place has a value of 400. My 3 in the tens place has a value of 30. And my 1 in the ones place simply has a value of 1. All right. So let's do my zeros trick here with my 400. How many zeros do I have there? 2. Excellent. 1, 2. 6 times 4. We just worked on that earlier in our fluency. 6 times 4 is 20. 4. 1, 2, 3, comma. All right, now let's go 6 times 30. How many zeros do I have here? I have 1 0. 6 times 3, again from before, 180. And 6 times 1 is 6. So if I add all of this up, add up all 3 of my numbers inside the house. Now you could take this and you could add them up like so. So whenever I'm dealing with 3 numbers, right, that I'm adding based on multiplying using the area model here, okay, it is a little safer to set more than 2 up. I know that when we were dealing with multi-step problems, in an earlier lesson we said to always add 2 at a time, but here I have 0, 0, and 6. I know that there will be a 6 in the ones place. 0 plus 8 gets me 8. 4 plus 1 gets me 5. And I still have 2,000. So when I add up all my area models, my 3 problems within the big problem, I just use the zero trick to help me out. Then I add up all the numbers inside the box. I got 2,000, 586 there, okay? Now for the standard algorithm, I'm going to take my 6 and multiply it by each digit in the number above, starting in the ones place. So 6 times 1 gets me 6. 6 times 3 gets me 18. So 8, and regroup the 1 up top. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 plus the 1 that I regrouped up here gets me 25. Very nice work. 1, 2, 3, comma it up. Okay? So in both problems, 42 times 3 and 431 times 6, I used both an area model and a standard algorithm to show you that no matter which way I do it, I'll always get the same result. So what I want you guys to do on the next two problems, right? I'm going to go to the next slide. I'd like you to pause it. Think about the strategies that we showed you, area model and standard algorithm, and decide for yourself which one you want to go forward with, or maybe try one on each problem, or maybe try them on both. So once you get to the next slide, pause the video, try the problems on your own, and then unpause it to check in and review with me. All right, so let's take a look at these two problems here. So some different things I'm noticing, right? I got 3 times 6,212. That's a 4 by 1 digit number. All right, so let's set this up the right way using the area model. I'm going to multiply each box in my area model by 3. Here I have 6,000. So that's taken care of. Now I have 2 hundreds. Here I have 10. And here in the ones place, I have 2. So just like before, I've broken down 6,000s, 200s, 10, and 2. So again, we're kind of using our knowledge of place value and addition to help us with our multiplication. This is super important here. All right, so let's do my zeros trick. I have 3 zeros. And 3 times 6 is, all right, you got it. It is 18. 1, 2, 3, comma. All right. Now in the hundreds place, I have 200. So there's 2 zeros there. And 3 times 2 is 6. So I have 600. 3 times 10, that's another math fact. You guys should know that. That is 30. And 3 times 2 is 6, right? So again, I'm going to set this problem up vertically with all 4 numbers to make it easy to see and add. All right, so here I've set up, right, the 4 numbers that I've gotten within my area model. I got to, as always, add these all up here. And I'm going to set it up vertically just to help myself. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 6, we know that gets me 6, right? 0 plus 3 is 3. 0 plus 6 is 6. And I have 8,000s that I could bring right down. I'm adding it to nothing. And 1 10,000. Adding it to nothing. 1, 2, 3, boom, comma. All right, so using the area model for this challenging 4 by 1 digit problem, I was able to go ahead and get an answer of 18,636. All right. For the next problem here, I'm going to show you using just the standard algorithm, right? So when I did my independent work, I wanted to practice the area model once and then the standard algorithm once. No matter what way I do it, I know I'm going to get the right answer though. So let's take a look at the standard algorithm here. 431 times 3. So remember, I'm going to start in the ones place. 3 times 1 is 3. No need to regroup, right? 3 times 3 is 9. No need to regroup again because it's less than 10. And lastly, 3 times 4 is 12, right? And I'm just going to, since it's our last multiplication fact within the problem, I'm just going to write out 12. 1, 2, 3, comma. So after reviewing 4 different problems, I decided to practice one of each strategy on our last 2 problems of independent work. So on our 4 by 1 digit, I used the area model one last time. And on a 3 by 1 digit problem, I used the standard algorithm. Either way or either strategy you choose will be successful for you. Just make sure you're doing all your things the right way. Review the video and the problems we went over if you need any help at all. And best of luck going forward. I know you'll do great with it. Have a good one, guys. Also, make sure that you're getting onto your Reflex Math account that you could log in through Clever every single day when we're done with our math work here. You'll know you're done when the top right corner of your screen shows that your circle is fully green. Enjoy.